Greetings, greetings, greetings. And thank you for,
Greetings. Can you hear me well?
yes, yes. Greetings to everyone who is joining the Melanated Sisters Sacred Soul Talk. I'm Sister Omi Sachet, and we have also Sister Ajay Wura, and we will be facilitating this soul talk for you. We're so pleased to have you join us. Um, just to give a little bit of background about ourselves, I'm going to start off. I am a healer and a teacher and a guide. I am so excited to be here right now in this now moment to share some of the wisdom, some of the knowledge. And I'm going to let Sister Ajay introduce herself and share a little bit.
Yes. Peace, 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 and peace. This is Sister Ajay. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner, coach, and speaker, facilitator, and I'm here just to guide and support and hold space for sacred melanated women to guide in meditation, which is a beautiful healing modality. And Sister Glenda and I, Omi, and I have been getting this together for quite some time now, and we just want to be able to allow people to know, sisters in the community, in various communities, that meditation is something that you can use as a healing tool. You don't have to be standoffish from it, and we just want to welcome everyone into the circle.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sister Ajay. Um, we want to talk a little bit about what the format will be. So, we're going to start off discussing the importance of meditation and going within, and some of the benefits of meditation. And then we're going to actually have a 10-minute meditation. So, I'd like to start off by saying that I have been meditating for many, many, many years, actually, many decades. And I'm really grateful that I was open enough and curious enough to start. I started in my 20s, and throughout time, it just kind of deepened and deepened. So meditation gives me an opportunity to tune into my own inner awareness, to shut out the noise, the voices, negativity, whatever you might be thinking about, and just really go into the stillness so that you can receive. So, Sister Ajay, would you like to share a little bit about meditation and how
Sure, sure.
it flows through
Um,
you?
Meditation came to me probably about 15 years ago. I was on my own healing journey, and I am a person who overanalyze and overthinks a lot of times. And I was seeking a traditional indigenous modality that could help me calm my mind down or relax, because I've always been a person that's been high strung mentally, and I wanted to learn how to really deepen my relaxation. And I was brought into the modality of meditation, and I began to practice meditation, just as well as practicing prayer,
Mhm.
and just being silent and just calming myself down without thinking or doing, but just being in a state of being, just being still, just not thinking about any one thing, just allowing my mind to be completely blank, to give my mind a rest. And as I began, started on my journey and encouraging other people and coaching other people, it's just always been part of my practice, just to calm myself down, and not let life overwhelm me,
Mhm.
and not be
Mhm.
overcome by life and the stresses of life. And meditation is that quiet practice. I would want to say up front that there is no right or wrong way to meditate. That's what I
Hmm.
definitely have joined this circle with Sister Omi about, is because a lot of times when I'm talking to different people, soon as you say meditation, some people get squeamish, they get standoffish, like,
That's
you know,
right.
it's
Yeah.
something that they have to learn in school or something like that. And they said, well, I don't know how to do that. It's not about knowing, it's not about thinking. It's just about sitting with your spirit and sitting with your soul in whatever ways that you seem fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
different types of meditation, but I tell people, don't get caught up in the structure of meditation. Meditation is freeing of the soul, it's freeing of the spirit, it's freeing to the mind, and it's allowing the soul to just be. So that's what I would say meditation is to me. Again, various types of meditation in different cultures, but it's very free, and it's really simple, and it's very rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You know what I would add to that, Sister Ajay, when I for someone that's beginning, I tell them, well, whether you're beginning or whether you're advanced, if I'm facilitating a meditation, I remind everyone just follow your breath, just breathe, because there so much is going on. We're so busy, we're moving, we're processing, we're busy, but sometimes we're not even aware
Breathing.
that we're breathing, right?
Yes, that's right.
We're not aware of it. We're grateful that we have the ability to breathe and not have to think about it. But what is wonderful about meditation that helps the individual to kind of let go of all of that chatter is just breathe. So, one thing that I would say is once you start to meditate, just inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And just keep
Absolutely.
repeating that. Keep your eyes closed and just keep repeating that. And really, the more that you focus on your breathing, and really, really honor it and really follow it, the more the mind releases and relaxes, and it becomes, like an organic thing. Like Sister Ajay said, there are many different types of meditations. You can look them up online, you can take classes, but it's really, really very, very basic. Just breathe. Close your eyes and just breathe and allow your breath to take you within on the journey that will help you to reveal the wisdom that's inside of you. So, having said that, I want everyone to prepare. We are going to facilitate a meditation now. So, I want everyone to be comfortable in your seat, or if you're reclining, or you may even be laying down. Get yourself comfortable in this moment, and I want you to close your eyes. Okay? Um, Close your eyes, and I want you to begin to pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to each inhale and each exhale. Really allow yourself to just focus on the breath. And if thoughts come up, don't worry and think that you're doing something wrong. Just continue to breathe. Just bring your focus back to each inhale and each exhale, and allow yourself to breathe and listen. Okay, let's all together take a deep breath in through your nose And exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel the breath guide you gently into this now moment. As you breathe, begin to bring awareness to your body. Start at the top of your head and feel the crown soften. Now the forehead releases. And now allow the space between your eyebrows to relax while you continue to focus on each inhale and exhale. Let the muscles around your eyes melt into stillness. Feel your jaw unclench and feel your tongue softly resting in your mouth. Now allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. And feel your arms release and relax themselves. And now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of any tension in your chest, your belly, and your hips. Let your breath travel down your legs, through your knees, your calves, and all the way to your feet. With each exhale, feel yourself grounding into the earth. Your whole body is now relaxed, calm, and open. You are here, present, and safe. Now bring your attention to the symbolism of today, 11/11, the 11th month and the 11th day. The number 11 is a sacred number, a mirror, a reflection, a bridge between the seen and unseen. When two 11s come together, it forms a powerful alignment, a gateway, an invitation to awaken to higher awareness. Think of the number 11 as two pillars standing side by side, like a doorway. A threshold between where you've been and where you're going. Between the physical and the spiritual. Between your human self and your higher self. And now take a deep breath in through your heart and exhale through your feet into the ground. With each breath, feel yourself standing between those two pillars, calm, centered, and balanced. You are perfectly aligned between heaven and earth, light and form, soul and body. Today, the date 11/11 invites you to pause and notice. Where in your life are you being called into alignment? What patterns or habits are ready to release? What new beginnings are quietly waiting to emerge? Let these questions rest gently in your awareness. There's no need to answer them. Just breathe and feel their presence. Just breathe and be aware of them. Each inhale draws in clarity. Each exhale releases what no longer serves you. With every breath, you awaken a little more to your purpose, to your truth, and to your connection to all that is. Now imagine a gentle golden light shining through this gateway of 1111. It surrounds you, peaceful, warm, and radiant. It fills your heart, your mind, your entire being. You are glowing with calm awareness, open to possibility, aligned with your highest path. And continue to focus on each inhale and exhale. And affirm silently to yourself, I am in harmony with my true self. I walk in balance and awareness. I am open to the guidance of the universe. Feel those words vibrate gently within you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Begin to bring awareness back to your breath. Feel the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Notice your body supported, grounded, and alive. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a deep breath in and exhale completely, releasing any last traces of tension. And when you're ready, gently and slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to look around you, to look around the room or wherever you may be streaming from, bringing with you the calm and alignment of this meditation. A reminder that every moment, not just 11:11, is a doorway into presence and possibility. Okay. Hmm. Sister Ajay and I are both taking a moment just to digest it all. It just so happens that we started on 11:11, meaning we have been working on this for a few months now, and it ended up that we decided to launch on 11:11. So I think it's fitting that we
Very,
included
very.
11:11 in our meditation.
Yes.
So, Sister Ajay, do you have any thoughts or insights about 11:11?
Well, I do, um, because numerology is so very important, and that's not something that anyone has to know about. It's just I'm sure people know numbers is like the language of the universe.
Hmm.
And so 111 is a very, very powerful frequency. The number one is powerful. Every number is an increment of one. One, two ones, three ones, four ones,
Hmm.
five ones. However you want to, how high you want to go up, it's an increment of one. And so, just knowing and seeing the 11:11 all the time for me,
Hmm.
um, I see it 1:11 a lot of times. I see when it's 11:11 a lot of times in the day and at night. And so I
Hmm.
resonate very deeply with the number one. Um, and I try to listen to that frequency when I've had a very stressful day, and sometimes I have not participated in my meditation like I should, I'll put on 111 frequency,
That's
and that will
interesting.
get me in a very meditative state of mind to quiet my mind and relax my mind because of that power of frequency. And so some nights my spirit will just tell me to put on 111, and I will. And I know I go to sleep so much more peacefully when I can't settle down,
And
when I
Sister
can't settle
Ajay, do
down.
you get the 111 frequency from YouTube or
Yes, you
yeah.
can look
Mhm.
it up on YouTube.
Mhm.
I just go to YouTube and put 111 hertz or 111 frequency as a search, and it's all different types of different um hertz music that comes up for 111. Sometimes it can be very strong, and then sometimes you can find a more mellow one depending on what you
Mhm.
desire.
Yeah, yeah.
What
And
you
I'm glad you
desire.
mentioned this because sometimes we do have days where we might not be able to meditate the way that we would like to. That happens to me as well. So knowing that you can put on some music with the 111 frequency and just listen, whether it's with headphones or whether you laying there, like you said, listen while you're going to sleep, you still get the benefit of going within. This is
Hmm.
like what you said in the beginning. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be about knowing that you can go within and making
Hmm.
time for that. Yeah.
And then also just practicing
Hmm.
without judging yourself to be correct or not correct in practicing meditation, but just taking 5 minutes out to be quiet. Just
Hmm.
be quiet within yourself, no inside chatter or talk. Just being still, just being still. And I tell people to trust yourself, that it's not that you don't know, it's that you must remember.
Absolutely.
When you go
Absolutely.
within, it's just about remembering and reconnecting to who you are at the essence of your being. That's
Mhm.
really what going within. Because a lot of people ask, well, when you talk about meditation and you talk about going within, what do you mean by that? And
Mhm.
it's not a definition like how we've been taught in school.
That is so true.
It's more of a feeling. It's more of a
Mhm.
feeling. And that's the one thing why I definitely want to welcome people into the circle, is so we as a community can begin to feel again,
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
feel. And we become disconnected from feeling, because that's the world and how it's been designed for us to be disconnected from our true feelings. But when you meditate, that's what I love about meditation so much, because I get to sit with what I truly feel
Mhm.
without
Mhm.
offending anyone, without, you know, judging or any coming from any certain structure or paradigm, but just get to truly feel what I feel. If I feel hurt, if I feel happy, if I feel, stress, even though meditation relieves stress, but we first have to acknowledge that a lot of times we are stressed.
Yeah,
We are. And
absolutely. And we don't even know that we are so stressed because we that's the state that we're always in until we
right,
begin to go within, until we
until we begin to
make
go within.
meditation part of what we do. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I like that you mentioned, 5 minutes. That resonated with me because that's how I started. I set an alarm for 5 minutes, um, and I made a, a vow with myself that I wouldn't that I wouldn't open my eyes and look and see if the because in the beginning when I started, 5 minutes seemed like a long time. So, because
Yeah.
the mind is so busy, so very, very busy. So was tempted to see, is it 5 minutes yet? But I made a promise to myself that I would just breathe with my eyes closed until the alarm went off. And I would say after about 5 days or so, I didn't really need the alarm anymore because I
Mm-hmm.
began to really feel, like you said, it's a feeling. We can't tell you what exactly what that feeling is going to be for you because everyone's different. The thing that comes to mind for me and is when people talk about runner's high. Now I'm not a runner, right? Or if you're swimming. Now, swimming is something I used to do. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because when you are when you get to a point where you just release yourself into the movement, like if you're running or if you're swimming, you just in the vibe, in the feeling. Well, meditation is similar. When you get to the point where you're just in that rhythm of breathing. You're just focusing on that rhythm of breathing. Now, we did a guided meditation here, but on your own, that could just be breathing in silence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is when you will discover, I have to say, really who you really are.
Yes.
And that you are more than your problems, more than what's going on in the country, more than the fear, more than the anxiety, more than the sadness, that you, by focusing on your breath, by being in that space, you just become aware that you are part of something greater than yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
that will open you up to begin to understand your inner guidance and give you the ability. I like to use the word navigate, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because that, and this is my experience, okay? This might not be the experience for someone else, but especially in the times that we're in now, when I sit
Mm-hmm.
in meditation, I'm allowing myself to connect to that which is greater than me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during the meditation, I might have thoughts that come up. Maybe I may get the solution to something that I was working on, maybe, or during meditation, I may just get to a point where I just have a sense of breathing, like I may not feel my body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what's even more wonderful is that when you make it a regular practice, you might discover that insights, that thoughts, that guidance comes to you after you meditated.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I had a plan to do this, this, and this. You know how we like to make lists. But after meditation, I might get an urge or an insight. Hey, why don't you do bloop? Or why don't you go bloop? Or why don't you pick that book up off of the shelf? It could be anything. And what I have discovered is exactly what I needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, part of what we wanted to bring to this community and building this community is to offer our insights so that you may gain your own insights. And there's something also really, really, really very supportive about meditating together. For those of you
Yes.
that are watching, even though you may only see Sister Aj and myself, the fact that you are here and you're participating and you're breathing and you're aware, now you have entered into what I would call an energetic support. Okay. And what I mean by that, without going to, is that, you know, oftentimes, and I have to say it this way. Oftentimes, you know, let's look at social media and let's look at social media and things that we might be tuning into and scrolling and experiencing and videos that we're watching and things of that sort. We always are participating in energy circles. That's an
Mm-hmm.
energy. If 10 million people have seen the same video and now you see it and now you pass it on to your friends in social media, that is a thought and that is an energy that is being multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say that if you are listening, if you participated in the meditation, that you have joined a energy that
Mm-hmm.
is urging you and reminding you to discover and go within yourself simultaneously with other people in many different places. This is how we're able to shift things because the
Yes.
more of us, right, Sister Aj, the
Absolutely.
more of us that look within, we learn how to shift that which is outside of us.
Yes. And it's
So,
something that is very indigenous. It's something that has given those who came before us so much power, which is why it's used around the world right now today. And we definitely want to invite those who come into this community for the Melanated Sisters Soul Talk for meditation is to be able to really communicate with your spirit and your soul,
mhm,
to
mhm,
know not so much what's going on externally around you in the world, but really to in tune with what's going on within you in your own
mhm,
world, in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own soul. That is very, very important. And that's something that I can say that I get out of meditating
mhm,
is I'm able to be within who I am and who I aspire to be and who I am becoming, and not getting overtaken by the things that's outside of me, which allows me to connect with the power
mhm,
that I have within. Because a lot of times, what causes a lot of stress for us in melanated communities is that we're trying to control things that are external.
right. That's right.
And what we have to, or what I have had to do, is accept that there has been a design externally for how this world or this system actually performs.
Mhm,
It's been a design, but I get to design how I perform, how I show up in the
absolutely.
world, how I
Mhm,
present myself. I get to decide that. The world does not get to decide that. And a lot of times, stress comes from us allowing the world to decide that.
mhm,
How we gonna show up, when we gonna wake up, how much we gonna, spend time with our families, how much we gonna work, how much money we need, how, everything the world is saying that you gotta have this and you gotta have
mhm,
that. And I'm just so grateful what came up for me through the meditation. is that I'm just so grateful that this is a time where a lot of our people in melanated communities get overly stressed
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of expectations, if you will, that the world places upon us when the holidays are coming up.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that.
And so I'm so thankful and grateful as we sit here on 11/11. And what came up for me is that we are creating a community of peace,
Mm-hmm.
of going within through guidance and direction. And as Sister Omi said, just support, energetic support of each other at a time when we all really need it, because this is a high time of stress. If you talk to any doctor, any profession that's in the medical world, or hospitals and clinics and urgent cares, this is a time when a lot of people's health starts failing them, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
due to being overly stressed, working overtime, trying to have certain amounts of money that the world expects or says you got to buy gifts and have a big Thanksgiving, and just so many things that absorbs us of we got to get, we got to get what we got to get. So this is an excellent time to go within and just do what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you can. Spread love, share joy, volunteer, there's other ways that we can extend wealth and gifts.
Absolutely.
Um,
Vow to be kind, kindness.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a definite thing that this community is here for, is just to take the stress off of people so people can resort to some type of peaceful normalcy.
Yes,
It's
yes.
very important for us right now to be in a certain level of peace within. And so I welcome everybody to come in on Tuesdays, 7:30, for us to just, like Sister Omi said, just share some energetic energy where
Mm-hmm.
we can all be and have our spirits and soul in a very peaceful state. That's very, very important right now in these times.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, let's see. Now, for those of you that are watching, do you have any questions or comments for us? Anything you'd like to share? And while we're waiting to see, um, I think what comes up for me as well is I'm thinking about people who may feel, I don't know, I'm kind of hearing it. So I don't know if any of you are thinking about, I don't have time to meditate. I need a job. I need money. What are they talking about? I need this, I need that. Well, here's something that I discovered over the years, that the more that I made time to meditate, the more things fell into place and
Hmm.
manifested. I have had experiences where maybe I have been pushing, meaning I'm taking actions. I'm looking for work. I'm sending resumes. I'm doing all of these different things. And then maybe I decided I'm just gonna go and get quiet and just be still without any expectations, just letting go, to find out maybe the email came and said, we want to interview you, to find out that maybe the phone call that I was waiting for came through.
Yes.
So many times, so many stories I have, at the point where it seemed like nothing was working, and I decided that I would go within, then things fell into place. And like Sister Ajay said, this is something that is indigenous to us. Um, learning that, learning that what we see was a thought in one or more people. So what do I mean by that? Let's take and just bear with me for a moment. Let's take our smartphones. That was somebody's idea that might have come forth in a dream or something that it came from within them. It could have been a group of people. And my point for mentioning this is that when we learn that what we seek, we can tap into by following the breath, by tapping within ourselves, our lives begin to shift. Then you begin to realize that there's always been an inner guidance there. And people call that inner guidance different things. They may call it God, they may call it Buddha, they may call it spirit, they may call it universe. Whatever you call it, as long as it is good and life giving, that is the benefits that you can receive by meditating. So, Sister Ajay, I wanted to see if there were any comments or questions. It looks like we don't have any comments or questions.
Okay.
So, I'd like to, yet, I'd like to say, is there anything else that you would like to share on this 11/11 day?
Um, I just would like to share that we are a mighty people. We've always been powerful. We've always been mighty. We've overcome a lot of things, more than we can even imagine.
Mhm.
Those who have come before us have come through. We're a
Mhm.
resilient people. I love being who we are. I really do. I wouldn't choose to be anybody else. And I'm not saying it doesn't come with, or hasn't come with struggle and strife and survival and things that we all know, that we've gone through, or experienced. But we also have to know that we can overcome anything.
Absolutely.
We can overcome anything. um and that's another thing that meditation helps strengthen for me, is that there is times that I get weak, there is times that I
Mhm.
get doubtful, there is times that I worry, there is times I get fearful, there is times, even being a facilitator and a healist and coaching
Yes.
people and all the
Same thing with
things,
me.
is
Mhm.
I have to also be that for me
Mhm.
in order to, provide any assistance to anybody. I have to
Mhm.
make sure that I provide what I need. And so meditation has become one of those things that I had to acknowledge that I need,
Mhm.
because if I don't allow myself to just relax and, like you said, surrender and let go and let God, as we like to say,
Mhm.
then stress will overwhelm me. It will overtake me. I will get in my head and start, negative things will start coming about, like, when is this going to change, or why is this and why is
Mhm.
that? And sometimes I just have to stop and just breathe.
Mhm.
I just have to stop and just breathe. And when I stop and just breathe, I hear my inner voice.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
hear my inner voice, and it says, and I can just be transparent. It'll say, "Have I ever left you?
Mhm.
When have I left you?" That's what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
You going
Mm-hmm.
all about, you doing all of this, you're doubting, you're fearing. When have I left you? And whenever I hear that, and through meditation, or sometimes when I'm going throughout my day, Spirit has said, you have to surrender and know that you were never really in control.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been the higher power guiding my life. And a lot of times we have to not just say that, but surrender to it. And meditation is a practice of trusting, just trusting. We say we believe, we say we trust. You know, a lot of us have been reared and raised in religion and church and things,
Mm-hmm.
but do we really trust our higher power? And so that's what meditation has done for me. It has strengthened my connection to my higher power, because sometimes this world makes you think that it's really in control.
Oh
And then
yeah.
I have to stop
Yeah.
and breathe. And Spirit says, no, no, I've always been here. It's always been me.
Mm-hmm.
The world has never been in control.
That's
Just
the
trust.
delusion. That's
That's the
that's the
delusion.
delusion.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So
I'm
it,
go ahead,
so
Sister
yes, no,
Audrey.
I was just saying that's what meditation, when you get quiet, that's why I said you don't have to know, you just have to remember, because then I start remembering some other times when I got low. And Spirit said,
Mm-hmm.
didn't I bring you out of that? And
Mm-hmm.
then I say, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
Spirit said, okay, didn't I bring you out of that? And I'll say, yes. I just have to answer truthfully. And it's yes. And
Mm-hmm.
Spirit said, now why? And this is through meditation. Why would you feel like I wouldn't bring you out of this?
Absolutely. I, as you were speaking in terms of how spirit, comes through you, I'm prompted to say, um, I don't want anyone to think that meditation replaces prayer. As a matter of fact, um, when we pray, it is a good practice before you just open your eyes and get up and move around
Mm-hmm.
to meditate, to breathe. Because one of the things that I learned on my journey is this is twofold. If I say a prayer, I need to be quiet to hear what the answer is. So
Absolutely.
the way for me to be quiet to hear what the answer is, since I've opened up that field, since I have and this goes, it's whatever spiritual path you have. But since you're asking, okay? So if you're asking and you don't make time to be still, to hear, to receive,
Mm-hmm.
then it doesn't mean that the asking or the prayer won't be answered, but this is where sometimes confusion comes in, wrong
Mm-hmm.
decisions come about, because then we go back to, well, I prayed and I asked, but because you didn't see it right away,
Mm-hmm.
you think that you should do A or B or listen to this one. You may call on the phone. What should I do? So it's not to replace prayer, it's actually to show you, if you're going to ask, if you spend, let's say, 10 minutes praying, you can spend 5 minutes after you're done to sit and be still.
Mm-hmm.
I have had some really interesting revelations early on when I first started meditating, when I would follow my prayer with some moments of stillness, always receive guidance to open a book, open the Bible to a certain passage, you know, um, um, call somebody, So I want people to understand that the the so called powers that are in control are not really in control. They're not in control. They appear to be in control. However, we have to learn how to tap into that space that um, is within ourselves that opens up that channel. I see I see a comment from Melissa. Melissa, welcome, welcome. It's nice to see you here. Um,
Welcome, Melissa.
I'm just smiling. Melissa and I have crossed paths different times, and it's always been a spiritual. We could call it party, not a rah rah party, but an awareness like, oh, you're here. You're here now. Oh, okay, I'm here too. So I just have had to greet you, Melissa. Okay. All right. So I
So
want to.
Melissa said she made a comment that she can't wait to get here. And I just wanted to make a comment to her that you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a place that you have to get. You just continue to practice. Just continue to practice.
Absolutely.
And even when some days when you don't see that you did practice, just start over the next day. Just
Mm-hmm.
start over the next day and just create a regimen for yourself based on your own path, not based on anyone else's path
Mm-hmm.
or anyone else's, you know, advisement, because we
Mm-hmm.
all live different lives and our lives are structured different. But what I encourage people to do when you start anything new, including meditation, is give yourself grace.
Yes.
Give yourself
Mm-hmm.
grace
Absolutely.
because this is not something that we have been exposed to heavily. Some of us came into it at different times in our lives, but just for you to be here means you're here. You're already there. You're in a place of growing, in a pace of balancing and reconnecting with your spirit. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been here. You wouldn't have even joined the call. So just give yourself grace
Mm-hmm.
and patience too. Patience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember, sitting under one of my teachers who was teaching us transcendental meditation, which is another type of meditation. And I used to always just admire, like, he's an elder and he's been doing it for many, many years. He's into his 80s and he's been all over the world doing and teaching meditation. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to get there. Just like what Melissa said. And Spirit was like, you're on your own journey.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your own journey. Welcome yourself on your journey. So that is just what I wanted to say, that you're already
Yeah.
there. We're already in a good place because we're here. We're here.
There is right here. There is always right here. There is always with the breath. Because if you're focusing on the breath, you're always in this now moment.
Present moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you as well.
Hi, Jennifer.
Nice to see you, Jennifer. Nice to see you. I haven't seen Jennifer in many, many years. But when we talk about spirit, also, and when we talk about the journey, I'm going to say this at this time because Jennifer made me remember this, that sometimes um, you might be in an environment that doesn't look like peace. Okay. As a matter of fact, it could be very chaotic. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because Jennifer and I work together in an extremely chaotic environment. But what was interesting is that we always found a way to be in joy. because of the spirit, because we found a way to be in joy within the chaos. We made our own, when I talked about energy before, it
Hmm.
still was chaotic, but we made our own energy that when we worked together, there wasn't any chaos. We just enjoyed laughing and working with each other. So I have to say that because I was meditating at that time when I was working at that job. I kind of helped bring that forward because that was always something that what I mean by that, I was always going within every day, meditating every day, going in, tapping in before I go out into the world. Okay. So then, in a sense, I expect that goodness is going to happen because I
Hmm.
already stoked up all of my energy. Yeah, right, Melissa? You shift the atmosphere. That's absolutely what I'm talking about.
And we certainly have the power to do that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sister Latifa. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
You
Sister
know,
Latifah.
okay. All right. So I think that we like to close with a meditation. We opened up with a meditation. So I think that we will close with a meditation, especially since it's evening. So you can, finish whatever tasks you need to finish and carry this with you into your sleep.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
I want you to close your eyes again. Your thighs, or let them rest at your sides. And want you to begin to pay attention to your breathing. You're just paying attention to it. You're just paying attention to how the air feels coming in through your nostrils, and paying attention to how the breath feels slowly leaving your mouth, gently passing through your lips. And repeating that awareness again and again. And if thoughts come up while you are focusing on your breath, it's okay. You just bring your attention back to your breath, back to your breathing. And what you may notice is that the thoughts just may go along their way. And let's all together take a deep inhale and hold. Slowly exhale. Take another deep inhale. Hold. And slowly exhale. And let's take another deep inhale. Hold. And slowly exhale. And I want you to focus on your heart. There is your physical heart that is beating, that is pumping your blood. And as you're focusing on your heart, just add a dose of gratitude to your heart. But I also want you to focus on your inner heart, your heart center, that unlimited space of love, of warmth. And as you are breathing, imagine that you are breathing into that space and exhaling from that heart space of love. And knowing that there's no limitation on love. Knowing that the only limitation is what we place in our belief that there is a limitation. So I invite you, as you are focusing on your heart center, to magnify the love within your heart by 10 times, and trusting that your inner self knows exactly how to express that awareness to you. And taking another deep inhale and exhale, focusing on your heart center and magnifying that energy by 50 times. And this time, imagining that you are sending this energy from your heart all over your body, just like your blood is pumping all over your body from your physical heart. Imagine that love is sending its energy all through your body. And now I want you to inhale and exhale, focusing on the heart center and magnify that energy by 100 times. And this time, imagine that you are sending this energy from your heart, this love energy out before you, out into the world. Like a circle of love is all around you, above you, below you, all around you, that is generated from your inner heart energy. And also knowing that each person who is on this live stream at this moment, or who may watch it in the future, is also participating in the magnification of this heart energy of love. And as you continue to allow this heart energy to bring awareness to you, take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale, bringing awareness to the soles of your feet. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, bringing awareness to your hands. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, bringing awareness to your heart, placing your hands over your heart, giving your heart a hug. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale, placing the palms of your hands together in front of the chest. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale, bringing your awareness to the crown of your head. And let's take an inhale and exhale, slowly lowering your hands to land upon your thighs. And slowly opening your eyes. Sister Ajay and myself, thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to being here with you every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. May you carry this peace and carry this heart energy with you into your sleep and throughout the week until we meet again.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Give thanks. Give thanks.